Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and today we are talking empties. I've waited a while to do an empties video just so I could collect things and have enough to talk about, but here we are. I've got my little baggie of empties. Let's talk about it, what was good, what was awful, and yeah, where are we at with the kind of low buy situation. Before we get too far into the video, if you're not already, please consider clicking that subscribe button. I upload twice a week and it's totally free to subscribe. I'd love to have you back again on the channel. If you're returning, hi, welcome back again. And if you like this video, click the thumbs up button. All right, let's get into the goodie bag here. I'm gonna do more like beauty, body care. I don't know what you wanna call it. Save the makeup for last. I used up a complete bottle of the Dove Dry Shampoo. I didn't like this at all, you guys. I've been trying a lot of dry shampoos lately, and this is one that's more affordable that a lot of people recommended, and I don't know why. It looked so powdery, so white, so dandruffy in my roots that are darker. I will not repurchase this, but I did use it up. Next up, a native deodorant. If you've been around for a while, I use these for like religiously. This is all I use. So I used up the scent Tangerine and Citrus Blossom. I think I'm down to like the last tube or two of deodorant of this brand. I stocked up and bought a bunch of it a while back ago. Like some influencer, I don't know if it was Jen Love or Laura Lee, one of them had a code and I stocked up and I had seriously like a year's supply of deodorant. So like I didn't have to buy it, didn't go bad. I probably didn't need that much, but at least I'm using it. So I'm on to the next set, but I do recommend this if you want a good natural deodorant. I think it works and lasts well. Like I don't feel like I stink halfway through the day. So if you want a good natural option, native deodorant I really like, and it's becoming more accessible. Like my Kroger has it now, so you don't just have to order online. A little bit of skincare here. I used up the Key Soul Care Nourishing Cleansing Balm. I got this on not just the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty that just ended, but look, she's completely empty. The one before that, I think it was like $17, but that was the sale price. So I wouldn't pay the more expensive price. It did last quite a long time and it was very comfortable. It was nourishing, hydrating, didn't strip my skin, but it is up there. So I might repurchase it if it was on sale again, but not for the full price, because the other one I used up was a little tiny freebie sample I got for, I don't even know what, if it was a Sephora, if it was an Ulta, if it was an Ipsy, I don't remember, you guys. All I know is I got it for free. It was the Clean at Zero Cleansing Balm, the revitalizing one. I think this stuff is less expensive and you get just as much from Vanilla Co. And I've gone through many of these. This is like probably my #1 favorite one. So I would recommend that if you're looking for a good cleansing balm. The final skincare thing is from Tony Moly. It's just a little Ipsy one, but you know, even a bunch of these little things from Ipsy, like it takes some space, right? So I'm trying to use up even the small stuff. It all counts. This is the Moisture Boost Cooling Algae Eye Serum. This felt so good under the eyes, so nice, so moisturizing, but it was like water-based, right? It was a gel, which I love. My skin loves. I have a couple moisturizers right now that are more lotiony. My skin doesn't like that. I'm trying to use them up just because they're not ones I purchased. They're ones that were sent to me. But my skin loves anything like water-based. So this one might be a contender in the future to repurchase. If you're looking for something to hydrate under the eyes and you're like me, combo oily, I would recommend this. But I personally am not repurchasing it right now just because I do have that other stuff to kind of get through first. And on to the makeup. Okay, so first off is the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer in Nude. I think you guys actually saw, I'll leave links to my last all drugstore makeup video. I went to use this and it was empty. So I don't know if I, for some reason, used it up and put it out to save for empties, but never like made it all the way into the bag, or if it got old and dried up and so it's like dried up and I can't use it. I don't know. Either way, it's gone. It's empty. So that was, I'm pretty sure, a freebie. Sometimes Ulta does a thing where if you get a certain dollar amount of something that's Ulta brand, usually like $20, they'll give you like a little pack of free stuff. That's usually how I get those, but I do really like that primer. I have plenty of other eyeshadow primers though. I just used a different one in my testing new makeup video, or rather maybe I should say testing new makeup, like new makeup to me out of my own personal stash. I'll leave that video linked as well. So I'm not going to be repurchasing it at this point because I just have other eyeshadow primers to use up. I used up not one but two eyeliners, you guys. I know, I'm on a roll. So I used up the ColourPop X Raw Beauty Christy. You can't even see like the mushrooms or the print or anything on this anymore because that's how much I used it and how old it is. This one was in the shade Woodsy. I still have Spare Time and whatever the other one was, the yellow one, I can't remember the name of it, but I haven't used those up. But brown I use a lot more, I feel like, than other colors, so I used that one up. And then I also used up the Ciate London Fierce Flicks. This one I would not recommend. It's a felt tip, it's stiff, it was hard to use, but I got an Ipsy, so yeah, they're gone. Oh, and the ColourPop one was fine, but you can't repurchase it. That was a limited edition collection. I find ColourPop's liners are really nice for the waterline. I want to use them on my upper lash line, but they tend to break so easily. Like that one, probably part of why it is gone so fast is because the tip kept breaking off, and that's super annoying. So I've been a little more choosy and not picked as much from ColourPop up lately for several reasons, but that's one of them. So yeah, there's just other brands I think that do it better, honestly. I used up the Milani Peach Make It Last Peach Scented Setting Spray. I got this from TJ Maxx. I'll leave that playlist listed if you're interested, but $3.99. This was a wonderful, lovely, fine mist, and I got lots of compliments how my makeup looked. Between this one and right now I'm using a BH Cosmetics one that I also got from TJ Maxx. Same thing, I've had people be like, oh my gosh, what foundation are you wearing? And like the foundation's just Maybelline, it's not anything special. But that in combination with these setting sprays is working really, really well. And again, I tested that Nimia one in that video that was a Shop My Stash, and the nozzle was terrible. It sprayed everywhere. It was not a fine mist, and I didn't like the scent. And that's way more expensive. So if I can get it for $3.99, and I think the BH one was $4.99 or $5.99 as an alternative with a super fine mist that really locks it in and makes my skin look like skin, sold. So I have those other setting sprays, the BH one and the Nimia one right now. So for right now, I'm not going to buy anything else just because I have those currently. But you better believe I will pick this up again. Anything from this scented line, as long as it's not cherry, because I hate cherry. But I will pick up more of these if I find them at TJ Maxx because they're really nice. And lastly, I saved the best for last, you guys, because I'm pretty sure I was still living with my parents when I got this. That's how long I've been working on it. And I got it in an Ipsy, and I couldn't believe it I got it in an Ipsy because it's Tarte. And at the time, I was like, Tarte, what a high-end brand. Like, Dior and things weren't even on my radar. So this was like so bougie. It's the Park Avenue Princess Bronzer in the old packaging. You can still get this, but they don't sell it in this packaging. We scraped her completely. She's completely done for, gone. This was my absolute favorite bronzer for a long time. I still really like this bronzer, but I will say the Marc Jacobs Tantastic is this much more of a favorite than this one. I like that one a little bit more just because this one I do think has just a little bit more of a satin finish, and that one is more matte, which I prefer. But I'm not going to repurchase this right now because I do have a lot of other bronzers. I've got like 2 powders and a cream one sitting on my desk in front of me, not even counting this one that I'm kind of like working on. So perhaps one day this will come into my life again, but for right now we are going to part ways. But it's wonderful if you are like me, pretty fair, you are having like some, I have neutral undertones. I prefer either a neutral to cool leaning bronzer personally. I'm wearing a more warm one today just because, again, I have one and I'm trying to use it up. But yeah, guys, that's all the empties I have to share with you today. Let me know in the comments down below, what are you working on using up? I'm definitely still bringing things into my collection and buying things, probably more than I should. I tried to do kind of like a low buy this year, and it is low in comparison to what I was doing the previous year, but I really think next year I'm gonna do like a full makeup inventory count and set some solid like rules for a low buy. So yeah, stay tuned for that on the channel, and I hope to see you again on the next one. Bye!